All right, so welcome everybody to tonight's training. And one thing that became very self-evident to me this week is that, we're having issues finding entry points into the trades, which is causing some of you to go ahead and with every good intention to go ahead and make some money on the trades, go into some negative trades. So what I wanted to go ahead and do is I wanted to go ahead and share a little bit of how I look at these trades before I enter. Okay. So let's go ahead and start with the premise that we're going to, right now the market is closed. But I'm still going to go ahead and go over here to my templates, and I'm going to go to my chart tank. And I'm going to go ahead and start my chart tank. And why isn't it popping up? Okay, here it comes. Just taking a minute. Wow. All right, so right now, the only thing in the market that is taken is Bitcoin. So we are going to be using Bitcoin to go ahead and get an idea of what we're going to do. And that's as soon as the Shark Tank decides to go ahead and cooperate with me. And if it doesn't, then we're going to go ahead and pull back. But let's just go ahead and pull back right now and take a look over here. Okay, if I go over here to Bitcoin and I take a look at what's going on currently, okay, we see several things. Okay, we see that Bitcoin is giving some money back right now. Okay, and if you go ahead and take a look and you examine the whole chart, it's been selling for a while. That's what we're getting from the heartbeat over here. It is a strong heartbeat, and you're seeing that the price is also selling. You're seeing over here that it's been selling for a little while. Okay, it started to selling back over here. Okay, but if we go to the heartbeat, the first thing that we're going to be looking for is for what? I mean, if we go to the chart tank, what we're going to be looking for is an indication of whether it's buying or selling. So we're looking for the star bar arrow setup in whichever direction the chart tank is going to tell us. Okay, so it's going to be a red arrow if it's selling, and it's going to be a green arrow if it's buying. Now, in order to go ahead and find that, we're going to go ahead and have to come back here a little bit, because here it is. Here is what that indication would be. You have the star, the bar, and the arrow. And in fact, it started selling, and it went ahead and sold for quite a bit before we got the star, bar, and blue arrow indicating a pullback. Okay. And we had a pullback until we had the pink arrow indicating that we were going to resume the sale. All right. And that brings us to where we are right now, which is over here. We have the pink arrow indicating the resumption of the sale. Okay. It came down, pulled back a little bit again. Okay. And now it's going back down. All right. So if you go ahead and take a look at this, the first thing that is going to come to your mind is, where do I get in? All right. So if you were looking back here, okay, if you were lucky enough to go ahead and find this star, bar, and arrow at the time that it came out, you're looking at the arrow pointing at this white candle over here. Okay. So you wait for that candle to close, and then you get in. Let me repeat that. You see the arrow pointing at this white candle over here. So you're going to wait for that to close, and then you get in. Okay. That's when you should be entering the trade. You shouldn't be entering right with the candle, right when the bar, the star in the bar in the arrow point out, and boom, you get in. You know, because that could work either against you or could work in favor of you. Okay. What if you have a pullback? You know, those things are things that you have to take into consideration. But if you're looking at this indication, an indication of a sale, and you're coming in a white arrow means what? White arrow means transition. It means that it can go either way. It can go into a buy, it can go into a sale. So we're going to wait for the first candle that is going to indicate the direction that we're going, which is a black candle, and then we're going to go ahead and get in. If we get another white candle over here, can we get in? Yes, you can. Would I get in? No. I wait for the black candle to go ahead and tell me clearly that we're going into a sale and that trade is going to go in that direction. Okay. Any questions on that? You can unmute yourself and ask questions, guys. All right. So we're going to go ahead and move forward. Now, when we come to the point where we are right now, all right, now we are quite a while since that sell signal, but we're still in the sale mode, okay? And the question would be, do I get in? And in which direction do I get in? So let's take a look at the signs. Let's take a look at what has happened. Okay, you see it over here, the red dot with the yellow bar, which is indicating that we're still selling. Okay, so if I were scalping, okay, this pair right now, all right, here's my entry point. Right when that bar and the arrow, the next black candle, boom, I get in and see what happens. As soon as you get in, price shoots down. All right. And if you're looking at how much that is, you're looking at a total of roughly about 1,002 pips from here to here. Okay. But the indication comes over here. Now we are looking at the 1 hour chart. What I do when I'm looking to scalp and when I'm looking for entrance on a pair is I'm going to look at the 1 hour, I'm going to look at the 15 minutes, and I'm going to look at the 1 minute. You can either alternate between them, or you can have them all open, click on this right here where you see the 4 squares, and it will put all 3 charts side by side. The advantage to doing this is that you are able, okay, to have a clear picture, okay, of the direction that you want to go ahead and do, because your hour is going to tell you what the hour is going to tell you what the actual true trend is. Okay, because as you can see here, we've been on a downtrend for a while. We have pullbacks and we have, returns to the sale, but this has been a downtrend since here. Okay, we go to our 15 minute, all right, and we're going to see on the 15 minutes, we're going to see where the trend is at this point. And it's still a downtrend. And then we're going to go to the 1 minute and we're going to look at our entry. Okay. So we want to go ahead and make sure that we're getting the same signal all the way through. So over here on our 1 hour, what is it telling us? It's telling us sell. On the 15 minutes, what is it telling us? It's telling us it's selling. But notice one thing that both the 15-minute and the 1 hour have in common. See this star at the bottom? What is that an indication of? That's an indication that this price might be turning around to the buying side. So when we come over here and we take a look at the 1 minute, what is that 1 minute showing us? It's showing us that, in fact, even though it's a black candle, that candle is going in which direction? It's going up. Okay. And it was over here just a few minutes ago, because this we're looking at minutes, not hours, or 10 minutes or 5 minutes. We're looking at just let's take a look at this candle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, roughly about 17 minutes ago, this thing was buying. Okay. And not only was it buying, but if we would have scalped this, 16 minutes ago from here to here, we would have made 99 pips. All right. So what I'm looking right now, certainly looking to go ahead and get into a sale situation. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get into a sale. All right. And I just went ahead and got into a sale on this pair. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and take my stop loss by grabbing the green line. And I'm going to place my stop loss behind the black star over here. Okay. Because we know that it won't pull back that back. And right now it's pulling back fiercely. We just about 7 pips pull back. We're going to go ahead and take our take profit. And we're going to bring our take profit to the support level right here. Okay. So the way that I have it set up right now, I have my take profit set up at 72 pips. Okay. Which is going to give us 72 cents. Because we see the lot size over here is 0.01. Okay. And we have our stop loss set back here on 135 pips, which will lose us $1.35. I would have never entered into a trade like that under normal circumstances, because I want at least the trade to be at least 1-to-1, meaning that if I'm going to gain 20 pips, I want to set my stop loss for 20 pips. Okay. And I can still go ahead and do that. I can go ahead and over here, and I know that this right here is 72 pips. So I can go ahead and grab my stop loss over here and drag it down until we get to 69 pips. That's good enough. Okay. So that right there is a 1-to-1. Roughly. So I'm making sure then my gain and my loss are pretty much the same. All right, and I'm going to leave that trade going over there while I fill some questions. Any questions from anybody?
I have a question.
Go ahead, Bridget.
You entered the trade on this 1 minute chart, and now you just entered the trade on this other chart.
I
15
enter the
minutes.
trade. I enter the trade on all three charts at the same time. The moment that I placed it on the 1 minute,
Mhm.
it is on all three charts. As you can see that the ticker for the pips is the same on all three charts. Okay, what I'm looking at, so I'm looking at the 1 hour, I'm looking at the 15 minutes, and then I'm using my 1 minute to pinpoint where I'm going to get in. Does that make sense? Bridget? I think you're muted, Bridget. Okay, I think we lost Bridget there for a second. All right, so if
Yeah,
you take a,
sorry, my internet cut off. Sorry, I'm back.
it's okay. But yes, I'm looking at the 1 hour to go ahead and get a feel for what the direction of the trade is, what the two trend on the trade is. And I know it's a downtrend. I'm going to confirm it on my 15 minutes, okay? And both of them are telling me to sell, correct? But then I'm going to get my entry point. I'm going to pinpoint when I'm going to enter on the 1 minute, because that's going to give me the closest entry point. All right. And right now, okay, this thing, and this is the nature of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is going to fluctuate up and down very quickly, extremely quick. Okay. When you're talking about cryptocurrency and you're talking about indices, those are fast moving. You can be in profit and you can be in negative in a heartbeat within the same breath. Okay. We were losing 160 pips a minute, 160. We were minus 160 a minute ago. Now we were just 160 plus. Okay. And that's the nature of Bitcoin. It's going to go up and down very aggressively. All right. And I wish that there were more pairs that I could go ahead and switch around and show you different entry points. But unfortunately, this is the only game in town right now, Bitcoin. So we're going to go ahead and experiment with Bitcoin. And that's why I went ahead and entered the trade so that you could go ahead and see exactly what I'm doing. Any questions on what I did? Adrian?
Edgar,
Yes.
yeah, question. Yeah, your take profit trend, you get it from your green line.
Right. You're going to go ahead and go to your green line over here. And then when it says click to modify, you're going to click it and drag it down so you can put your take profit. Now, why did I decide that I'm going to put the take profit here? If you see the dots over here at the bottom, that's
Yeah.
telling me that that's my support line.
Support line,
Okay.
yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and I know that price has been there before. Okay. I know price has been there before. It's gotten down to that point before. So I'm going to make a choice to either be in front of it or behind it. I chose to be in front of it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Because we know that price is going to go there.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, and then after that you go back to your green light, and then you drag another. which that would be your stop loss, right?
That is correct. If you're on a sell, you're gonna drag up for your stop loss and down for your take profit. If you are on a buy, you're gonna drag down for your stop loss and drag up for your take
Take
profit.
profit. All right. All right, cool.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, and right now, you know, we're at plus 238, 244, 249. Look at it go. Look at it go. Okay. All right. And I know where it's going because it's been there before. All right, and I'm going to turn on my terminal. Okay. And you can see on the terminal over here, I mean, we're not playing with a lot of money here. Okay. But if I wanted to go ahead and get out of that trade right now, if I'm saying 500 is enough, I just went ahead and stopped it at plus 500. Okay. And I just made my profit. And all I had to, oh, and I did it at the wrong time. Look at that. Look at the thing go. Oh my God. Oh my Lord.
Patience,
see
that
wow.
virtue.
Did you see that? Did you see that?
Drop.
Patience.
That
Patience,
just passed
patience,
the
patience.
poor line. Quick.
But now look at what it's doing. See what I told you about Bitcoin? Okay, it's taking it all back. Okay,
Wow.
but if I would have left it alone, we would have been taken out right over here. We'll take profit. And let me see what we missed. We missed on,
About
we missed
1,000
on,
pips.
no, we missed 29 pips.
About 29.
Okay. We took a 50 pip profit, missed on 29. So we would have made 79 pips. And look at that. Look at that now. It's taking it all back.
Wow.
And then some.
It's getting
and
that
then
liquidity,
some.
right?
Yeah. This is what the brokers do. What the brokers do is they get you going in one direction and boom, they hit you over the head. And all you got to be is smarter than they are.
Yeah, this 1 minute chart messed my heart up.
Okay. But if you don't see that, you don't see that unless you're in it. Okay. Because by the time you see it on the 15-minute and on the 1 hour, too late. With the 1 minute chart, with having all three charts side by side, I'm ahead of their game. Does that make sense?
Yes.
That makes perfect sense, Edgar. Love it.
Okay. I mean, I could not have asked for a better teaching moment that right there. That was money. That was absolutely wonderful. Okay, we got in, got 50 pips, got out. Okay, we missed on 29 because that thing dropped. Actually, we missed on more than 29 because we missed on, we got out right over here. And this thing went all the way down here. So we missed on 98 pips. So we could have gotten 150 pips, okay, if we had no take profit and just let it ride until, you know, if I had been scalping, I would not said I take profit. I would just go ahead and go until I feel that it's time to get out, okay? And when I scalp 50 to 100 pips. And then I get out. Okay. But that right there was absolutely money. It was a perfect teaching moment. All right. Any other questions?
I think Candace is trying to say something, but we can't hear her.
Okay, we cannot hear you, Candace, but go ahead and type the question.
You have to unmute yourself, Candace.
Either that or you can go ahead and type the questions. All right, Maria, you have any questions?
No, I'm still trying to understand it all, so I just really need to go back and look at some of your previous
Okay,
trainings, yeah, but I'm
Okay.
definitely observing, yeah.
well, ask me, ask me what you don't understand of what we just did.
Oh, boy. Well, first of all, when everybody was excited and was looking at it going up, I was like, what are they looking at? And then after that, then I saw the candle shooting up.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
look at it, still going.
yes.
It's like the ever ready bunny. And guys, remember what I told you over here with the stars? Okay. This stars over here on the 15-minute and the 1 hour. I told you the change is coming. And boom, there it is. Okay. Just like right now, I can tell you right over here. See that star, the black star over there? The change is coming. This is going to go ahead and drop down again. Okay. So if I'm scalping, yes, Candace.
Yes, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, great. So I just had a quick question. I know the other day on the call, we was talking about the scissors. So is it that we exit the trade as soon as we see the scissors, meaning the reversal? Or it's just an indication that the market will be turning around soon? It's
The
no
scissors,
true,
the scissors is an indication that the market is going to turn around like in the next two candles. So you
Okay.
prepare yourself.
all right. Thank you.
Yep. So, if I'm scalping this, what I'm doing right now is I'm getting ready. Okay, because I'm getting ready to go ahead and scalp this on the way down again. All right. This is telling me that price is going to go ahead and trade down. So what I'm waiting for is for this candle to turn black. Okay. And once I get a black candle, I'm in it. Okay. All right. I might wait, because it's so volatile right now. I might wait not just for the black candle, but I might wait for a red dot in a bar, like it happened over here. You got the green dot in the bar, and here you have, your bar, your star, and your arrow. Price is going to go up. Now this price can continue to go ahead and go up for a while. Okay, because if you go ahead and take a look left, okay, and whenever you're in doubt what price is going to go, look left. See where it's coming from. All right. That's where price was before it started dropping. So if you look left, price is going to go back up there. Okay. Make this bigger so we can see it more clearly. Okay. See right here. All right. Here's where the drop started. Okay. That's your big resistance level right there. Here's where the drop started. Drop all the way down. You hit your support level right here. Came up, came down, up and down, hit a resistance level over here. Okay. All right. Now, it came down here, here, you see here is your support level. What did it do? It broke it. Okay, it broke that support level and then boom, it shot up. Now here was the resistance level and it just broke it and it's coming back down. I mean, this thing is, the market is cyclical. Okay, and you're going to see the same thing happen over and over and over. It's going to go up, it's going to come down. It's going to go up, it's going to come down. So whenever in doubt, look left. It's going to tell you the story. It's all right there. Any questions?
Is when you go between the star and the bar, and you got to come over, and then you get the star and the arrow, and then finally you get the star bar arrow. During that middle part, is that kind of where you should also sit on your hands if you're really not 100% sure,
Well,
while it's kind of going up and down, fighting it out the consolidation part?
here's your original star bar arrow right here. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Ideally, if you're following the strategy, ideally, you're going to get in here and you're not going to get out until here. Here's where your next star bar arrow happens, because this is a star. Here's an arrow and a bar, but there's no star.
So essentially, you stay in trade between star bar arrows. You ride it out.
Correct. That is the intent of the strategy. Now there's a lot of stuff that is happening in between here. Okay, so here you have your original star bar arrow, then you have a pullback, then you have a
Okay.
recovery. Okay, then you're going to go ahead and drop some more. All right, then you're going to have another pullback. And then boom, over here, now it's going into a purchase. Okay,
And that's the next true star bar arrow.
right. But if you look at it over here on the 1 hour, okay, here on the 1 hour, you're going to see it more. Let me pull this down over here. You see it a little bit more clearly. Come on, I'm trying to fit it all in one place. You're going to see it more clearly right here. Okay. All right. Here's your original. Here's the pullback. Here's the coming back.
Mr. Bendecourt.
Yes.
Oh, hi, this is Kat. I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Two things. This is Bitcoin we're talking about, correct?
Yeah, it's the only thing that is open right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. And then when you said it bounced back, so it's the analogy of a ball, right? Bouncing up and down, correct?
Correct.
And then when it goes to the level of the resistance, what causes it to break resistance?
If it has enough momentum, if it has enough, a resistance is a level where the buyers give up. Okay, the buyers say, okay, we're done. But if you
Okay.
have enough buyers behind, if there's enough money, okay, feeding the frenzy, is going to continue up. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get it. Like if,
Yeah.
like a demand.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all about supply and demand. It's all about support and resistance.
But
Okay.
is it true or is it possible that that would be a game that they play to get you to fall for it, to buy it? or
It's not only possible, it's most likely the case.
Oh,
It
okay,
is most likely the case. Because what these institutions and banks, what they want to go ahead and do is they want to catch the average retail trader. that
right.
has
yeah,
no
No
idea.
experience, right.
And they have no idea where the market is going.
And
Okay,
they take
they
our
don't,
money. Yeah.
They have no idea what support is, what resistance is. They just know they want to put in their money. They want to go ahead and make some money on it. Okay? They have no idea what the ADR low is, what the ADR high is. They don't know any of these things. So what they're doing is they go ahead and when they want the market to go down, they're going to sell what they have. Just remember, they hold most of the money.
Right.
Okay?
Now, who are they? The banks?
You have banks, you have your
Other investors?
your institutional funds, you know, like big hedge funds,
Uh-huh.
okay, like big, huge 401ks, okay, you know, that somebody is brokering, all this big, large Merrill Lynch and all the brokerage firms,
Okay,
you know,
like
that they,
fair trade and all that. Okay,
correct.
okay.
They're going to go ahead and make sure that they send the market in the direction that they want.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So what they're going to do is when the prices are too high, they're going to sell it until it drops. And then when it drops to a certain level, they're going to go ahead and buy it right back up.
Oh, and okay, I know I sound kind of slow, but and that's how they make money.
Absolutely.
I
That's
mean,
that's how they make the millions.
Millions
And then
of
they go ahead and then all these banks are making millions with your money, my money, and everybody
Right.
else's money in here. And then at the end of the year, they give you your nice penny
right. Oh, that's
after they make millions.
smart people.
I don't know if I would call them smart.
Well, I mean, the process.
I call them crooks.
Yeah, I was gonna say they are thieves. You're right, but I mean, you know, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult anybody, but I mean, well, we're gonna be just as smart when we get done. You teaching us.
Yep. Yeah, and by the time we're said and done, and when we get done with you guys, you're going to know every move they make. Okay, and I don't know, and I don't know them all. Yes.
I just wanted to add to that it's not people doing this, by the way, that you're seeing all these banks and institutions. They have bots that are doing this. They have AI programs that sit and watch and wait for people with the smaller lots to make moves, and then the bots make moves.
Yep.
So a lot of times, it's not live people.
That's why I laugh. You know, you see all these companies popping up right now that they say, "Okay, let my computer trade for you," and I laugh because you can have all the computers you want. These brokers, they have computers too, okay? And guess what? Their computers are faster, more advanced, and more sophisticated than anything that you can probably, as a retail trader, can come up with. So
Yeah.
you're always going to be behind the eight ball. So the name of the game is to learn enough of the game so that you can stay one fraction of a second ahead of them. If you can do that, you're going to make a lot of money.
Well, would it be wise, Mr. Bendecourt, to do like you did when you want to do a trade to put the 1 minute versus the 15-minute side by side so you could kind of gauge what's going on? Or
Absolutely.
and is that
Absolutely. And that's why we do it.
okay? And that's why you got your computer, the one you had showed us, that nice one, set up like that so you could see everything. Or is
Right.
that
You want to see everything that is going on, and you want to see the signals as quickly as possible. So
right?
you can react quicker than most retail traders. Okay. Because like you saw on that one, you know, I actually, because I wanted to give you guys an example of how to get out, I got out early. Okay. Because I had, let me go back to that chart. Okay. Oops, it's not this chart. Right here. I had my stop loss was set over here at the support level. Okay. I mean, my take profit was set right in front of there.
Right.
Right? And my intention was to take profit right there, but I wanted to go ahead and show you how to quickly get out of a trade. So I said, well, if you're satisfied with 500, you click over here in the X and you're out.
Right. But had
Okay.
you have been doing an actual trade for yourself, you wouldn't have panicked. You would have waited.
I would have waited for my take profit to be hit. Yes.
Okay.
Yep. I would have waited for my take profit to be hit. Or if I see it pulling back, I would have gotten out then because I see it pulling back.
Okay.
Okay. Because I'll take some money over no money.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay. But in this case, as soon as I did that, it went boom and it just fell off the world. And then
Yeah.
immediately
Went
within
right back up.
within 25 seconds,
Went
it
up.
went straight all the way up.
Yeah.
Okay. So all the retail traders that saw that the market was selling here. Okay. And they got in here and it started writing it down. All right. They went for a ride all the way here and they're celebrating because they got all that profit.
Right.
Okay. And then all of a sudden, boom, all the profit's gone in a
Right.
matter of seconds.
And that was quick.
Yes. In a matter of seconds. All right. And this is why we stress that you don't want to just trade for the sake of trading. You want to go ahead and trade with a plan. And my plan was to take profit over here. I
Right.
took it earlier. But when this fell, I would have been kicked out of that trade at 79 pips instead of
Yeah.
50.
Mm.
Okay. I would have been kicked at 79 pips. I would have made my profit that I planned and I would have been happy. But everybody else that was greedy and that's trying to go ahead and,
Ah.
because everybody, when they see it dropping, what they're envisioning is,
It's gonna
okay,
go further down.
I'm going to go ahead and take it all the way down.
Right.
And when I mean all the way down, if you go to the 1 hour, okay, if you go to the 1 hour, all the way down is here. That's
Ooh.
the ADR low. Okay.
Mhm.
So they're envisioning they're going to make this, this 500, 600 pips. And the institutions are laughing at them because they're
they
going to kick them right out.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Okay.
Now, and Bitcoin is pips too?
Yes.
Oh,
But on Bitcoins, on regular pairs, you're going to take this number over here and
uh-huh.
you're going to drop the last digit.
Okay.
Okay. So on a regular pair, this would be 500 pips. On Bitcoin, you're going to drop the last two digits. So this is going to be 50 pips.
50 pips. Okay.
Okay.
All right. And the same thing in like the regular trading with the pairs, 50 pips is the same amount, or I mean, because I just tuned in like 5 minutes ago, so I'm sorry for everybody. I'm
It's
asking.
okay. Bitcoin is more volatile, so the payout is higher
Okay.
on Bitcoin, and also the indices. They might pay you a little bit more money. I mean, even when you're doing the same amount, if you're doing a 0.01 lot, which is 10 cents,
Uh-huh.
you might get a little bit more with Bitcoin than you would with a
With
regular
a trade.
pair.
Okay.
Correct. Because it's more volatile. There's more risk. Okay.
And Mr. Bendecourt, how do you determine how many pips? I mean, because that's price per point, right?
Mhm.
But like you said, always play it safe, right? But if you feel like in the case, what you just showed us right here, that it's, that you could potentially make a good profit if you don't be greedy, would you potentially do more pips, like maybe 75 as opposed to 50? I mean, would that be?
I try to go into a trade for 50 to 100 pips.
Okay.
That's what I tried to go ahead and do.
Okay.
Okay. 50 to 100 pips. Okay.
Right.
Especially on a pair as volatile as Bitcoin or gold or NAS 100 or, US 30. I'd rather get some money than no money
Right.
because I'm being greedy. Now, if I'm trading a regular pair, okay, let's take a look at GBP USD. Okay, if I'm trading this pair, if I got in right here, see the star bar arrow and the signal is over here, and you are at the low of the ADR, which is the average daily range. Okay, if you
ADR,
are
average daily.
average daily range, okay? Pairs are gonna move in between these two lines all day long. Okay, there's a daily range that they have. They're going to gain, they're going to gain, 80 pips or 90 pips or 100 pips in either direction on a daily basis. So
Okay.
that's what is called the average daily range.
Okay.
If I see on this pair, I get the signal right here, star bar arrow, and
Mhm.
I'm right at the ADR low, okay? I'm taking this sucker all the way to the high. And as you can see, it went beyond the high,
And what made you do that?
okay? Because it's telling me where it's going. When
Oh,
you're coming off from here, it's
Uh-huh.
only going one way. It
Right.
might take a couple of days to get here, but it's
Right.
coming here. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take my take profit, and I'm going to put it either right in front of that ADR line or
Right.
right above that ADR line, one of the two. Okay? And in this case, not only did it hit it, but it went beyond it. And that's for
wow.
142 pips.
Jeez.
Okay?
Okay.
All righty. Man, this was a fun class. This was a fun class because, it's very seldom that you get a chance that when you are teaching something, you get the market to cooperate with you and show it. So I enjoyed it. How about you guys?
I really did.